So what really separates a company you'd bet your life on from one that's, well, a total gamble? Today, we're cracking open the hidden code that great companies live by to deliver excellence every single time.
You know what I'm talking about, right? There are those brands you just trust. You buy from them and you know exactly what you're going to get. And then there are the others, where every single purchase feels like you're rolling the dice. So what's their secret? Is it just dumb luck, or is there something more to it?
Well, the short answer is it is absolutely not an accident. That feeling of trust, that reliability you sense, it comes from a really deliberate, carefully built system. It's all by design.
And at the very heart of that design is something we call quality management. Now, that might sound a little corporate, but it's simple, really. It's just a company-wide system to make sure that what they do is not just good once in a while, but consistently good, and this is the key part, always getting better.
And you know, the stakes here are incredibly high. It's like a company has two paths to choose from. Down one path, with a strong quality system, you get products you can count on, happy customers, less wasted money, and a team that knows what they're doing. But the other path? Oh boy, that's a highway to chaos with unhappy clients, sky-high costs, and a whole lot of confusion. The choice seems kind of obvious, doesn't it?
Okay, so if the choice is that clear, how do companies actually build that strong system? Well, for a huge number of them, the journey starts with a world-famous blueprint, kind of like a recipe for quality. It's called ISO 9001. And when I say this thing is global, I am not kidding. Just to give you an idea of the scale, by 2014, more than 1.1 million certificates had been handed out in over 178 countries. This is not some little niche idea. It's basically the international language for how to do quality right.
And what's really crucial to understand is that this standard hasn't just been sitting on a shelf gathering dust. It started back in '87 as a super rigid tool for contracts. Then came the infamous 94 version, the paper era, where you had to document literally everything. But then in 2000, everything changed. The focus flipped to the customer. And the latest version from 2015? It's even smarter, focusing on leadership, thinking about risks, and keeping everyone happy.
So, having a blueprint is great, but a plan is pretty useless if you don't have an engine to make it go, right? So how do the great companies take that plan and actually get better, day in and day out?
I mean, really think about it for a second. A map can't get you anywhere if you don't have a car to drive. In the world of quality, that vehicle, that engine for improvement, actually has a name.
It's called the Deming wheel, or maybe you've heard of it as the PDCA cycle, and it is brilliantly simple. First, you plan a change you want to make. Then you do it, but you start small, test it out. Next, you check the results. Did it work? And finally, you act. If it was a success, great, you make it the new standard way of doing things. If not, you learn from it and spin the wheel all over again. It's this constant, powerful loop of getting better.
Now, for that cycle to actually work, especially those check and act parts, there's a catch. You can't just slap a Band-Aid on a problem. You have to be a detective. You have to dig down past the symptoms and find the real problem, the root cause.
And believe it or not, one of the most powerful tools for doing this, well, it's something every 2-year-old has already mastered. It's asking one simple question, over and over again.
Let's put this into action. So, here's the problem on the surface. A client is about to cancel their service with us. Right away, we ask the first, most important question. Why? Okay, answer 1. Because our response times are too slow. Now, the knee-jerk reaction is to just tell everyone, work faster, but that fixes nothing. We have to dig deeper. So we ask again, why? Answer 2, because our internal process for handling these requests is just too clunky and slow. Okay, we're getting warmer now, but why?
Because our internal communication is a mess. Aha! Now we're getting to something real, something meaty. But you know what's coming. Why is it inefficient?
Because information just takes forever to travel to the one person who can actually solve the client's problem. Okay, let's ask it one last time.
Why? And bingo, there it is, the real reason. It's not because people are slow, it's because nobody is officially responsible for these requests, and the whole system is manual and outdated. See, in just 5 questions, we went from a vague symptom, client is leaving, to a very specific, fixable problem at the heart of the system.
Okay, so the 5 whys is fantastic for drilling down a single path. But let's be honest, sometimes problems are a lot messier, with a dozen possible causes all tangled up. For that, you need more than just a drill. You need a map.
And that map is this, the Ishikawa diagram, which most people call a fishbone diagram because, well, it looks like one. It's an amazing tool for brainstorming every single possible cause of a problem by neatly organizing them into these 6 categories, the 6 M's. You've got method, machine, manpower, material, milieu, that's the environment, and measurement. It forces you to look at the problem from every angle so nothing gets missed.
All right, let's pull back for a second. We've got the blueprint, we've got the engine for improvement, and we've got these cool diagnostic tools. But why? Why go through all this trouble? What's the ultimate payoff here?
Well, the benefits are huge. And it's so much more than just making a slightly better product. It's about earning that deep customer trust. It's about saving a ton of money by not making mistakes. It's about making smart decisions based on real data, not just guesswork. You get a team that's fired up because the roles are clear. And all that adds up to a massive competitive advantage.
But we have to be honest here. It's not all sunshine in process maps. There's a real criticism that these systems can go wrong, that they can turn into a bureaucratic nightmare of paperwork, creating a workplace that feels oppressive and, in the end, actually strangles the very quality and innovation it's supposed to create.
And that really leads us to the final big picture question. When you get right down to it, is a structured quality system a rigid, comfortable cage that keeps a company from flying high and trying new things? Or is it the stable, powerful launchpad you absolutely need to achieve true, lasting greatness? I'll leave you to think about that one.